The rivalry between the Canes and the Noles, once upon a time, barely noticed outside the state of Florida. But those battles in the 80s and the 90s put both programs on the national map, made both of them champions, and we are lucky to have another showdown between these two today. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on another team from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. So Miami's offense will go on the attack first. This rivalry is one of the most storied, at least in the modern generation of college football, but last year sort of left a bad taste in everyone's mouth in Tallahassee as it just never was competitive.
It was a dominant win by the Canes. I mean, they had 445 yards. Florida State had 248. Like, this was a beatdown. You could clearly see the balance with Miami's offense. Running the football for over 200, throwing for over 200. They did what they wanted at will.
I think that's the thing. You know, everybody went into that one expecting to see Cam Ward just light it up. Very pedestrian day for the Hurricanes. Throwing it, you're right, David. It was the Oregon State transfer, Damian Martinez, that went to work on the ground. They were more physical. It's exactly what Mario Cristobal wants this football team to be. Can Florida State match that physicality today in the trenches?
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
Firing to the right, complete. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. Hitting on transfer portal quarterbacks can be tricky. Certainly Miami did so with Cam Ward a season ago. And Jesse, they're hoping to keep it going with Carson Beck.
They want the Carson Beck version from 2023. At the end of that season, after winning the Orange Bowl, a lot of people thought Carson Beck would end up being the first pick of the NFL draft. 2024 was a bit more up and down. They need him to play well each and every week. He's playing, remember, behind Cam Ward. He's got a very, very big shoes to fill, but no doubt he is the key for Miami's success.
And the Canes come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
And he tried to do all he could. He broke one tackle, but my goodness, guys were hitting him left and right in the backfield.
This is a staple for any good defensive coordinator. They want their guys to swarm to the football, to gang tackle. If one guy misses, another one's there.
No doubt. And the staple for the offensive coordinator or the offensive line coaches, block those guys. Don't watch them tackle on guys.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
To the air, it's back. Complete. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Running the red zone, it's Fletcher, fighting off the defender. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to fire on second down. He's got it and still on his And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall there.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back. Create some space. There was nowhere to go.
Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. So Florida State's offense has the ball for the first time. And David, they've got a receiver that if he is able to command some extra attention, it could really help get this offense going.
Now, and you need that playmaker out wide. That guy makes the whole thing go, right? Having a guy, if you want to play man-to-man coverage, he's going to beat you. And he's shown the ability to do that sometimes for this offense. And he's a guy that has the defense's attention.
Yeah, I don't think this guy's winning the Biletnikoff Award necessarily, but you're right, David. When he's one-on-one, he should be able to win those matchups. And based on how he's played this season, this quarterback should feel really good and really confident when he throws his way.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Grabbed in the backfield. It's White. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Caught behind the line. It's Robinson. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. These two have storied traditions in the history of the sport, but in the not-too-distant past, Miami actually considered giving up football, and Florida State was an afterthought.
Yeah, a lot of people forget back in the day when Miami was in the Big East, right? Florida State was in the ACC. This was kind of an interconference battle every time they played, but no doubt, David, this game just holds so much more significance to both programs.
Both in the state of Florida. Florida State, Miami, the uniforms are so great, the lineage, the history of the players, so it does. It feels like this rivalry's been playing a lot longer than since 1951.
The Seminoles come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
That is how it's done on 3rd down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time, the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
The Seminoles look to keep this drive humming. They're going to go right back to him on first down. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Off the play fake. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
And the Seminoles will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Out of the gun, the running back has it. There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. While the Canes are known for big-time playmakers, tough physical running is part of it too.
Yeah, you got to be able to have a team that not just is about sizzle, and we've seen so many Miami teams about sizzle, but some substance with some physicality, the run game.
Scanning the field, it's Beck. Setting up the screen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. Behind the chains now on second and long. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
It's a scoreless game, but it feels like after that completion, that may finally break. It's been tough sledding for both of these offenses. That time, they had the matchup they wanted. They took the shot. Really nice throw. Maybe that's the play that generates the first points of this game.
Wants to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Bauman. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on first down in a goal-to-go situation and move your offense backwards.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, looking for the score. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. A third and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Dropping back, it's Beck. It's complete to the right.
Nice job by the defense there on third and long, just sitting back and keeping everything in front of them. They give up an easy completion, but because they were able to rally and make the tackle, now they set up fourth.
And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. What a disappointment. No good. Guys, after the miss, no change in the score.
And they trusted him. Even after that last miss, they trusted him again to make it, and he misses again. I don't know how much more trust they'll have in him. Good weather, not a long kick, second miss of the day. We might not see him again.
Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. It's Bright. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's second and 2.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And the Noles in a good spot here with second and short. Looking downfield very late in the half. Got it set up on the outside. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, some real edge-of-your-seat moments, and there's still 2 quarters to go here for the Noles and Canes. And that defense has to feel like it just played about as close to a perfect first half as it can play. And who am I to argue? I mean, check out that scoreboard. bone-crushing hits and an airtight secondary. Feels like they have 12, 13 dudes out there against that offense, which needs a real pick-me-up and fast. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the battle between Miami and Florida State plays out.
And the Canes will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Lucas. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. There's certainly room for improvement after that scoreless first-half stalemate.
Yeah, we've set offense back 30 years in that first half, but we've got a whole new half to play here. So why not come out on this first drive, make a statement, and finally get us back into the age of contemporary college football?
You sound very discouraged as I sound encouraged. That's great defense. Phenomenal defense in the first half. Who doesn't love a 0-0 halftime game?
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got it behind the line. It's Pittman. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Give to the running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the third quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
And the defense, got him at the 27.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
The Seminoles will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll take it on the return. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
And that's why the bullet pass is so important. Sometimes these defenses, they don't give you big windows to throw into, and you want to take that chance, but you cannot lob that football down the field and get it in there. Nice use of the bullet pass, my friend.
From the gun, running back on the move. Spins away from the defense.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Dropping back, it's Beck. He lets one fly deep. Touchdown, Canes! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
I don't know, guys. The way this game's going, the defensive tug-of-war this has been, that might be enough right there. Points have been difficult to come by, but the offense found a way to get it done. Really nice job of execution there on that drive.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside is 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Grab behind the line. It's Williams. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
That's just a tremendous individual effort by the defender. He's able to defeat his block and get to the ball and get the ball down on the ground. Very, very nice job.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Got his man downfield. They finally get to him. A what a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Grabbed behind the line. It's McLaughlin. Oh, he's got some space. And they'll move the chains with the first down. That might be it for the 3rd quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's got it out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. The give is to Williams. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. This Hurricane defense has been an impenetrable wall all day, not moving an inch against these guys.
And it's a complete effort, Reese. It's the front. It's the defensive line owning the work up front. It's the linebackers running. It's the secondary all working together, reminiscent of the 2001 Miami defense. Under 10 points a game, putting together a perfect.
It's a big stride inside the 10. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Extra point here will tie the game. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and the final 41 yards covered by that touchdown strike. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Looking for a physical attack from the guy. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Beck. He's got the tight end. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
You're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
And the Hurricanes line up to punt it away. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. He'll keep it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Here comes the heat. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
That is how you start a drive. Meet the physical challenge on 1st down. Rush the quarterback, get the sack on 2nd down, and now put him in a 3rd and long situation. Nice job by this defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Makes the catch down the right side. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. And the Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. Back to throw, it's Castellanos. Flips it out on the screen. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
The Noles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
How nice is it as a defense when you've got a corner that can play on an island and be as dominant as this guy has been all game long? You just saw another great example of it right there. Breaking on the ball and knocking it away.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Lost to throw again. Got it in the middle, it's McCoy. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And this offense has got to get somewhere, right? That's a couple plays in a row. Like, the clock is their biggest enemy. So we got to find a way to manufacture, push the ball down the field, make something happen with that clock running out.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Pulls it in. It's Robinson. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. The Seminoles come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. This time they'll go to the running game. Turning it on! They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. The defense calls a timeout. Their 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Snap to the back. They are ready this time. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and after that big run, the defense answers. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
I think the run defense, a lot of times late in the game, you always wonder how well it'll hold up. Nice job on this play by this defense getting in and getting the running back on the ground.
The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining. They've methodically worked the ball down the field. 11th play of the drive coming up, but this one 3rd and long. The give is to Williams. He will not get there. A stop on 3rd down leaves him with a 4th down from the 18-yard line.
Now, 4th down.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And this will be for the win. And it is good. Splits the uprights on the chip shot. It rarely disappoints when the Seminoles and Hurricanes get together, and it is Florida State celebrating the flaming spear of victory by taking down the U. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.